Hello and welcome to another episode of Hessy and Maven. I'm Justin.
I'm Raven.
And this week's episode, we decided to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, a little bit about autumn and fall.
This is like our last fall hoorah before I completely descend into Christmas madness.
Oh yeah, Raven's one of those.
Yeah.
She's one of those, likes to put out decorations for whatever holiday it is as soon as possible, get into the spirit early and often.
Yes.
And while I don't share that, I respect it.
Thank you. That's all I asked for.
And so, listen, I want to just give a really quick, Jesus fuck. And we're off to a great start. I just want to give a really quick apology for missing last week. We had a lot of stuff going on. The whole house came down with the flu, and
we all had the stomach flu. It was awful.
Yeah, so many things going on.
But we hope you voted.
We hope you voted. It does look like the turnout is pretty interesting. It's actually like fairly historical in a sense. Like it's very normal for the incumbent president, whatever party they are, in this case Democrat, for the midterm elections after their first 2 years in office
to lean that way.
No, to go the other way.
Oh.
To have things switch.
Oh,
so for example, like Obama became president in 2008. The 2010 midterms, he lost control of Congress. The Senate and the House of Representatives switched to Republican. So those first 2 years, he had control. Democrats had control of everything. And then they lost it the next 2 years. Just because, people get upset. They're like, oh, he's not instantly fixing the country. I hate this. And then the same thing happened to Donald Trump when Donald Trump first was in office. When did he first get elected? 2016?
Yeah. 2018
midterm elections, completely lost power in both the House and the Senate. Things flipped over to the Democrats.
Yeah.
And that's just how it normally goes. This is one of those groundbreaking times where that didn't necessarily happen. I know for a fact that the Democrats are maintaining control of the Senate. The House is significantly closer. They thought that Republicans were going to win like 50 seats or something like that. And it's like, I think they'll win control of the House overall. Things are still being counted because, sometimes counting votes takes time, gang. And that's okay. Because push comes to shove. These people who get elected, they're not entering office until like January or February.
Yeah.
Let's count all the votes. Does that sound cool? That sounds like democracy to me. But I digress. So just wanted to apologize for missing an episode. We're going to try to have that never happen again, but we're people. It's going to happen, so bear with us. But we appreciate you guys sticking around and waiting for this new episode where we're going to have another little drafty kind of episode, have a little, this one's going to be a little bit more interesting in the sense that we're probably going to have some similarities between our lists, and I think that's going to make things a little interesting. And we're just going to talk about autumn and fall and figure things out. The reason I keep saying autumn and fall is because I'm curious. I think I normally, if I was to just say it without thinking too much, I say fall.
Yeah.
You say fall or autumn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the word autumn. I wish I said autumn. I say the word fall.
Yeah, I think autumn sounds like you're trying.
It's a little pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though, like, most other countries, I think, say that. I think we're the only fall.
We're one of the only
country,
fall countries. Yeah. Very interesting.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I gave the shoes I was wearing to someone on the street?
I don't think so. Please tell me more.
I don't really know what this is a lesson in. I wanted to say, like, this is a lesson in something. Maybe you can tell me.
Yeah,
but
bring it on, come on.
There was this one time when I was living in Florida, I was coming home from somewhere, Target, TJ Maxx, Home Goods. And I was at a red light, like, getting ready to turn onto the street where my housing community was.
Okay.
And I looked out my window, and there's, like, a lady at the red light. Orlando, Florida has a lot of people who stand at red lights.
Understood,
and
yeah.
Do stuff like
have
hold
signs get water bottles out,
sell roses, and
wash your windshield.
Yeah, a lot.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So this lady was standing there and she like was waving like this, like at me. And I rolled my window down and she was like, "Ma'am, I don't have any shoes. I'm so like the pavement is so hot, like it's so hard to walk around. The grass, it's so hot, like it's so awful. I don't have any shoes. Like, do you have any like money so that I could buy shoes?" And I was like, "I don't have any money. I never carry cash. Same. I do have shoes on that I can give you."
Gave her the shoes off your feet.
And I was wearing Sanooks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I didn't really love them because my feet slipped and slided on the material that the Sanook is made out of.
Slipped and slid.
Slipped and slid.
Slided does sound better, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
And so I just took them off and I held them out the window and I was like, "Well, I have these shoes. Do you want these?" And she was like, "Oh my God, are you serious? That's so nice. Like, I'm dying with no shoes." And then I gave her my shoes and then I went home barefoot.
Do you feel like you wouldn't have done that if you were on your way somewhere as opposed to going home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that. Also, I just like, imagine like, I don't know if she was homeless, but imagine like being homeless and also shoeless.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that was very generous of you.
But I'm telling you that getting caught at a red light with someone shouting at you to open your window.
Yeah.
That's my nightmare.
It's, yeah.
Because you either look straight ahead and pretend like you can't hear or see them.
Yeah.
Or you open your window and interact. Those are your only two options.
Wow. Yeah. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. It's so interesting. Yeah, that's a challenging thing. You know? Because sometimes you're legitimately, like you said, I don't carry cash on me. And then, you know, oh, wow. That's so interesting. Yeah. It reminds me of the 2 weeks that I spent in Chicago on service trips. Revolving around homelessness and hunger and stuff like that, and just how many stereotypes were broken. Because you know, this is a society or whatever kind of instills certain stereotypes of what a homeless person is or does or how they got there. And, they're all they all have like mental illness and they all do drugs and they're drunks and this and that, or they're lazy, or if you see one with a cell phone, then they're not actually homeless, or blah, 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 blah. And then you find out that so little of that is true. Although it could, of course, it could apply to some people. But it was just fascinating. It was like, fascinating is an interesting word, but it was very illuminating. It was very educational. Yeah.
Man, I saw this TikTok recently that I really thought was like a point that I'd never heard anybody make. And it was this girl talking, and she was saying how all growing up, which we've all heard, she would, if she was with her grandma, they would pass like a homeless person, and her grandma would say, "Don't give them money, they're just going to buy drugs or alcohol." Yeah. And like, I've heard that a million times from older people.
Of course, yeah.
And she was saying, like, it's an interesting thing to think about, because what do we do when we have a horrible day or something really shitty happens? You go home, you have a glass of wine, you try to relax, you smoke weed, you do whatever it is to kind of like calm yourself down or like relax or escape or whatever. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, probably a big percentage of the time, like, imagine, like, I think she said, like, one time she talked to someone who was homeless and was like, "Why do you do drugs? Like, why are you doing heroin? Why are you doing that?" And he was like, "I don't want to do it, but, like, have you ever slept on the street?" And she was like, "No." And he was like, "Try it for one night. Just sleep on the sidewalk somewhere. Like, I can't sleep. I never eat. Like, this is horrible. Like, none of my family talks to me. Like, no one will hire me. Like, everything is horrible." So that's just like what I do to get through it. You know what I mean?
Plus, like, heroin and stuff like that is highly addictive.
I mean, yeah.
But no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's definitely more complicated than I think some people make it out to be. Especially, like, you listen to some, like, news anchors on specific right-wing media outlets and stuff like that, and it's simply a matter of laziness or something like that. Like, they just don't want to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, way to simplify what is an incredibly complicated thing. It's the same as like when people talk, not the same, but it's similar to when people talk about like either immigration or taxes or anything like that, inflation, whatever, and they try and make it seem like it's so simple. Yeah. And it's like, hey, dog, it's not simple. No. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
and we
can agree that like inflation is fairly complicated. It's affecting almost every country in the world. Yeah. The idea that Biden did one or two things and is like, I'm going to give student loans, I'm going to give people some money back. And people are like, that one single thing caused all of this inflation around the world. Yeah. It's like, okay, but probably not.
I know. And it's like, you think about what it takes to apply to jobs, like the argument that they don't want to work. Like, I've applied to like Applebee's. And it was like, we need a resume, we need 3 references, like you have to come for an in-person interview and you have to look professional. Pick you. Yeah.
So these corporations and employers are complaining about how no one wants to work and millennials and blah, 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 Gen Z. Blah. But then I can speak for myself and my friend, and both of us were like in managerial positions at the previous job that I worked at, a swim school. And like, I ran the social media. I did all of the sales. I was making X amount of phone calls a day, all this different stuff. I've worked at gyms and health clubs where I was doing all this different types of insane amount of stuff. Yeah. And then you lose that job because I lost it because I had to move. Mm-hmm. Try to get just a front desk, like $10 an hour job. They won't even give me the interview. And it's like, oh, you're overqualified. Dude, I'm not applying here because I'm going to be like, well, I'm going to do the normal $10 an hour job, but I want $20 an hour because of what I'm worth. Right. No, dude, I'm just trying to get my fucking foot in the door. Yeah. So, like, all these employers who are crying about shit, I don't even want to hear it. I know. That shit is falling on my deaf-ass ears because I do not feel any sympathy for corporations.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like that's why I feel so bad for people who get stuck in this rut of homelessness because, like, even if you're homeless and you're like,
what
okay,
phone number are you going to give them?
I know. You're like, my first order of business, I got to get a job. And it's like, okay, how are you going to make a resume?
How are you going to put down an address? Yeah. What are you, like, okay, and let's pretend like, okay, they called you back. They want an interview. Now you have to take a shower, buy clothes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you have to continually, like, get to work. Yeah. So now, it's such a more complicated situation. Yeah. It's people so sad. Make it out to be. Yeah, it really is a shame. And then, not to mention, you have, like, all these different issues with just housing and trying to help homeless people out. And then you have things like the new mayor, I forget what his name is, man, but the new mayor of New York City who like is just destroying the sort of like, I don't know what else to call them. I'm going to do my famous quote unquote, tent cities, kind of. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like homeless encampments where there's just like a bunch of tents and where homeless people stay, like under a bridge or something like that. Yeah. And he just destroys that whole thing, like demolishes that thing, and he's like, I'm getting rid of homelessness. No, you're not.
Yeah,
dude.
You're getting rid of their homes.
You're just getting rid of their temporary, terrible homes. Yeah. And you're forcing them somewhere else just because they're like an eyesore, I guess. Yeah. It's oof.
I know.
We can go into a whole rant about some of this stuff. But it is hard, man, and there's so many different organizations out there that do great work, but you have to also, like, you have to check up on some of them because, like, you know, even, and this is true for any kind of, like, a nonprofit or even, like, a for-profit organization that tries to help people. You know, I've heard bad things about this Susan G. Komen or whatever.
Oh, I have too,
the breast cancer thing. Like, they don't give that much money that they get. Yeah. Like, their CEO makes so much money, but then they're not actually, when you donate $1, X amount of cents is actually going to breast cancer.
Have you seen that on TikTok? You can add a charity into your bio.
I think so.
And it says, like, you're supporting blah, blah. Charity.
Yeah, I think
people can click it and donate. I put one in there. I picked the Innocence Project.
Ooh, that's a really good one. Yeah. That's a really good one.
There are a lot of good ones on there, but that's the one I picked.
Ooh, that's the one that kind of helps out convicts who are innocent, right?
Yeah.
like people who are incarcerated and
didn't do it.
And didn't do it. But then, our legal system is insane. I mean, you watch the Making a Murderer second season especially, and it just is like proof to whether or not you think that guy did it or not. That's not even the case. Just the difficulty in which that it takes to do these things, and then you learn a little bit more. I've seen so many. I've seen ones where they find the guy who did the crime, who's admitting, I did it.
Yeah.
And still the innocent person can't get off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild. Crazy. It's like my main reason for being anti-death penalty. Like,
I am too.
You know what I mean? Like, trust me. I watched the whole Parkland shooter trial and how he got life in prison and the jury decided not to give him the death penalty. Was there a part of me that was like, fuck this guy? Because in that case, he's 100% guilty. Yeah. Like, we know that it's this kid, this fucked up loser. I did feel strongly about it. It kind of really tested my belief of being against the death penalty because I really was like, fuck this kid. Yeah. Like, I'm fine with this guy. Yeah. And I'm calling him a kid because I'm 32. He's a grown-ass man. I don't give a fuck if he's 17 or 18 or whatever. I know. You shoot up a school, go fuck yourself. Yeah. You're tried as an adult as far as I'm concerned, unless you're like 8. Yeah, I know. If you're single digits, we can have a conversation. I know. But it
is a very difficult stance to take to be against the death penalty. This has gone into very serious zone.
Because people give like hypotheticals.
People do. They always. This is why I don't talk about it often because people always are like, "Oh, you're against it? Well, what if someone killed your mom?" And I'm like, okay, like I understand the hypotheticals that you're throwing at me, and I see all these things. Like I listen to My Favorite Murder, and they talk about this guy who like raped children and all this horrible stuff that they did. Yeah. And like they end up getting the death penalty and they're like, yeah, good, we're so happy. And it's like, okay, I understand, but I can't support something that has and probably will again kill people who didn't do it.
Exactly.
I can't. There's human error in the courts. There always will be. You can't avoid it.
Yeah, there's human error, and then there's like straight up fucking corruption, racism, and all that kind of stuff as well.
So I can't support it. I'd rather, if someone is innocent and they get sentenced to life in prison, if that at least gives them time for something to get proven that they're innocent. Yeah. No, if you kill 100%. Them, that's it, they're done. And then you find out they're innocent and they're dead.
That's happened. I watched a documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, which is
multiple times.
Literal nightmare. Like, it's so scary. Like, no way.
Yeah. No, I'm totally on board. And it's a complicated issue. There's numerous ways to look at it. You can look at it from like a faith-based argument where you're like, do we have the right to ordain who lives and dies? That feels like God's territory, not mine. Right. You can make that argument. You can make the argument of like, it's technically more expensive to put people to the death penalty than it is to have life in prison because of all the legal fees and court fees and all this different stuff. Then you can look at the Innocent Project and all of the different things like that and how difficult it is for a verdict to get overturned. Yeah. Because you have to prove that, like, unless you come up with, like, brand new evidence, you have to prove that your prosecutor or defense attorney or whatever was, like, not doing a good job. But you have to really prove the fuck out of it.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
A lot of it has to do with a very specific bill. I can't remember what it was called, but Bill Clinton helped pass it. And Joe Biden, actually, when he was a senator, helped pass this particular bill along. And it was supposed to be geared towards terrorists. But the bill was vague enough in terms of its wording that it now applies to all these other things. Oh, okay. Because they didn't want, like, a terrorist to be like, oh, actually, I didn't do it. Or try and, it's a little complicated. And I don't know everything about it. But yeah, I think John Oliver did a really good job on it. But
love him. I don't know John Oliver.
Saying he's the greatest. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay. Let's do fall things. Okay. So these are just things that have to do with fall, or at least for you. It could be different. It could maybe something that I put on my fall list didn't even register for you as a fall thing. Yeah. So this is kind of vague, but we'll see where it goes. All right. So we each have a 20-sided dice. We will roll those dice to see who goes first. And then we will begin the draft. Okay. And if you're watching on YouTube, you will see as we pick our items, they will appear in a cute little graphic. Run around this area, give or take. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Go.
4.
Oh, also 4. Reroll.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
12.
17.
Good job.
Wow, this is my first time going first in the draft. Okay. Now, when fall comes around, the thing I think I am most excited for is the clothing. Being able to wear layers, being able to wear jackets and pants and coats and beanies and all of that shit and my Ugg boots.
Yep.
Listen, Gen Z, I'm a millennial. I got made fun of a lot for wearing Ugg boots.
Well, they're
as a mask presenting person.
Oh, yeah.
There was a time in college. So, like, when I was in high school, the guys wore Ugg boots.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if you were a jock. It didn't matter if you were, like, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what clique you were in. Didn't matter if you were a wrestler or football player. Everyone wore Ugg boots. Guys, girls, didn't matter.
Yeah.
I thought that was normal because that's the high school that I went to.
Okay.
I go to University of Maryland, walk out into a floor meeting on my floor freshman year, wearing like shorts, like gym shorts and Ugg boots, instantly ridiculed. What are you doing? Why are you wearing those? Guys in Maryland, apparently.
Aggressive.
Yeah. Guys in Maryland don't wear Ugg boots. Only girls do.
Strangers said this to you?
No, I mean, this was like probably like a couple weeks into school. Because, you know, you start college end of August, beginning of September-ish. Yeah. So by the time it's Ugg season, it's probably like October.
Yeah.
So it was about a month into college. So like I was able to kind of like bullshit with them because they were at least like I was at least familiar with them.
Okay.
Because these are like the people on my floor.
Right.
So I was at least able to be like, are you dumb? Like, have you ever worn Ugg boots? They're the most comfortable thing in the world. Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was able to kind of have this tete-a-tete. Then I wear Ugg boots to the diner, and now people are calling me the F slur behind my back. Never wore Uggs again.
Wow. Just for Ugg boots.
Just for Ugg boots.
Wow.
Yep. Never wore Uggs again.
It's very intense.
Until I was like 26. And I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm making money. I'm getting Ugg boots. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know that they look a little schlubby. I love them. They're so comfortable. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but I wear them often without socks. So my feet get hot and sweaty.
My only issue is that doesn't the fur become like weighed down?
A little gross.
With like foot sweat? Yeah.
On the bottom, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I do it. Slip them on, slip them off. I love that.
Yeah.
But all just fall clothes. I love wearing jackets. I love. My favorite is the very beginning of fall when you get to do a long sleeve with shorts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a look that I've always been a fan of.
Yeah.
Because I like a good short. So I love doing shorts with long sleeves. But yeah, I love hoodies. I love jackets. I love all that shit. So I'm just all for the clothing options. My clothing options multiply by magnitudes of millions. You know what I mean? Like, especially as like somebody who like, I'm trying to kind of sort of like reimagine my style to better suit my personal gender identity. But there was a time when, I mean, like, if you're in summer and it's hot out, shorts and t-shirts every day.
Yeah.
And as like somebody who likes fashion and like appreciates fashion, I feel hamstrung. I feel locked in. I'm like, oh, this is it. This is my entire fucking life is shorts and t-shirts forever. Whereas I'm looking at femme presenting people and I'm like, gee, they even when it's hot out, they have at least options.
Yeah.
That's why I think I've clinged so hard to fall and winter clothing because it feels like it gives me so many more options.
It's the second time today you said hamstrung.
It's my new word. I've said it. I said it 3 times when you were gone today.
Okay.
To mom. I was talking to mom and I was like, hamstrung.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's mine. That's my number 1.
My number 1 is longer nights.
Ooh. Okay.
So
I'm gonna write these down so I don't forget.
I think I'm the only one in the that I know probably who is a fan of it getting dark early. Everyone that I know hates it because at like 4:30 to 5 o'clock it's dark out, and everyone's like, "This is so annoying. It's dark out. It's like bedtime, but it's only 5 o'clock." I see that, and I raise you cozy vibes. I love being dark out.
Yeah.
I love cloudy, stormy, nighttime, ultimate cozy inside vibes when it's cold out, fall and winter. So the longer the night, the better. Mm-hmm. And it starts getting, the nights start getting longer after the summer solstice on June 21st.
I love that you know that.
So,
although I'm not surprised.
It's just so nice. I just love when it gets dark at 4:30. When we set the clocks back and it becomes dark super early, I'm like, yes, this is my time. This is my time to shine.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that for you. I'm surprised that that's your favorite thing.
It's one of.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, I don't love it. I mean, I'm a little bit more of a morning person, which is something that I would never have realized earlier in life. But no, as at post college, I think I came to realize that like I really do love waking up at like 7 a.m. Even if I don't have anything to necessarily do.
Yeah.
I like waking up and starting the day.
Yeah.
I have so much more energy in the morning. Mm-hmm. When it gets dark out earlier, my energy wanes faster.
Yeah.
And that's what I dislike.
Happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, there you go. Okay, cool. That was a good one. Number 2. Mm-hmm. Did you have clothing on your list?
I had sweatshirts.
Okay.
So I went a little
vague.
Yeah.
Number 2, weather.
Mm-hmm.
It is colder, baby. Mm-hmm. And like you were saying about your last one, I feel like I'm in the minority with this a little bit. Of course, fall, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, yeah, fall is my favorite season.
Because they like the cool weather.
Because they like cool weather.
Yeah.
I like it because it means winter is coming. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm about. I love cold weather. Mm-hmm. I hate hot weather. Recently in New Jersey, it's been like 65 up to almost 75. I think we had one day where it was almost 80 degrees. Mm-hmm. It's goddamn November. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. Warm, sunny weather. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see the sun.
Yeah.
Unless it's bouncing off of snowbanks and blinding me. Mm-hmm. I don't want it. I want cold weather.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how I feel. I love cold weather.
One of the best things about moving back here from Florida.
Oh, I can only freaking imagine. Yeah. It's another one of those things too, where like, I hate hot weather. I hate it so much. Mm-hmm. Even like things that other people wouldn't consider hot weather, like 79, 80 degrees. Mm-hmm. That's too hot for me.
Yeah,
I don't want it. If there's an 8 in front of the numbers, no.
Yeah,
I hate it. And listen, I will never move further south than I already am. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Like, the idea of living, even if it was dry heat, I'm not moving anywhere that is like that. No. Like, there's no chance.
Yeah. I don't like it either.
A lot of that is just like what I'm used to and stuff like that. If I spent 10 years in Brazil, maybe I get used to being closer to the equator.
Yeah.
Although now I'm thinking, how close is Brazil to the equator? Brazil's a huge country, but how close is Brazil to the equator versus New Jersey close to the equator? But that's a question for another day. What is your second thing?
Back to school.
Oh.
I know what you're thinking. Raven, why would that be on your list? It's because I hate children.
Oh, okay.
And I love...
Oh, God.
I love when I begin to see less of them out
those
places.
Little monsters. Yeah.
This stemmed from working at Disney. And like the month of September was just so perfect because, yeah, people take their kids out of school to go on vacations, but almost no one does it the month that school starts, right? Like that's too early for a vacation. Yeah. School just started. So no kids anywhere. It makes the weekdays better. Doing stuff on the weekdays, shit is way less crowded.
Yeah.
Because families aren't out. Yeah. Go to the mall, go to Target.
They gotta worry about them dang old kiddos.
Yep.
That's a good one. That's a really funny one. I wouldn't have even considered. I didn't even think of that one. Wow.
I love school supplies. So I love in Target when there's school supplies, I get to look at all the planners and the notebooks. Barnes & Noble has the fucking best planners. I looked at them today. There were so many good ones.
I have an awesome planner, and I used it hard for like a month or two, and then completely fell off.
If you don't have fucking business meetings, you don't really.
I know. I play D&D so often every fucking weekend that you would think that I might as well have business meetings. You know. I had D&D last night. I got D&D tonight. Next week I got D&D at least once. It's crazy. And then we have people we're trying to schedule super far in advance because, people have goddamn lives.
Yeah.
I'm playing with people on the West Coast, so the time difference is totally different.
Yeah.
If we start at 7 p.m. my time, that means we're starting at 4 p.m. their time. What if they work a 9 to 5? Now we have to start at 8 p.m. my time. And that's if they work 9 to 5, they don't get home until 5:30. Maybe we actually start at 6. Now we're starting at 9 p.m. my time, which is not great because by the time it's 1 a.m., I'm tired, I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
Sleep, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
you
would think that I would use an agenda more. I hate that I just called it an agenda. That's from school too.
Well, that's what it is.
But yeah, no, you're totally. Oh,
that's my number 2.
That's a really good one. Wow. Yeah, I also love school supplies. Though.
Yeah.
I love notebooks.
Yeah.
I'm a big handwriter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. I got notebooks everywhere. There's off camera. There's stacks of paper literally everywhere. It's wild.
Yeah. It's one of our biggest differences because I'm a big typer. I got notes on my phone galore. I've got drafts of Word documents all over my computer.
I like typing. So when it comes to if I'm writing like a short story or poetry or long form storytelling or something like that, it's always typing. I love notebooks. I love notes. I love jotting things down and having ideas and doing bullet points and all these different things. Like, so for example, if I'm coming out with like a D&D idea and I'm like, okay, the characters are going to go to a festival. What's at the festival? The festival. Bing, Ferris wheel.
Right.
Bing, those like arcade games or, the games that you play on a boardwalk.
Yeah.
The food and then sub bullet points. What kind of food is there? I love handwriting that shit out. But yeah, that's a good one. Okay, on to number 3. Soups.
Okay.
I love soups and stews and chilies.
Do you know the Seinfeld quote where George is in line to see the soup Nazi? I see it all the time when people are excited about fall.
Something to the effect of, you can correct me and you'll tell me what it actually is, but it's something to the effect of, I can't talk right now, I need to get into soup mode.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
He goes, all right, I gotta focus, I'm shifting into soup mode.
Hell yeah. No, it's 100% true. It's during the summer and hot and sweaty ass, humid, stupid months.
You never want soup.
You can't do soup.
No.
Unless it's like a real cold night, which is random and unprecedented.
Or you're having gazpacho.
I've never had a gazpacho.
Me either.
But I'd be interested in trying a gazpacho.
I don't think I would like it.
Oh, just cold salsa. Salsa soup.
I don't want to eat salsa with a spoon.
Gross. I do.
Anyway.
Because I think it's blended up. It's not chunky. It's not like you're actually just salsa. But anyway. Yeah, I love soups. I love soups, like chicken noodle soup. I like, soup that has rice in it sometimes. I'll do like some chowders. I love New England clam chowder, but I also love Manhattan clam chowder. One is tomato based, one is cream based. I love, a lobster bisque. Hell yeah. I like a loaded baked potato soup. Okay. I've done like a butternut squash soup even. I know. But I liked it. I like even now we transitioned slightly into like some stews. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. Big fan. Mm-hmm. And then maybe chili comes along. A little bit of spicy chili. I like beans in my chili. Call me crazy. I also like my chili to be hella spicy, which this whole house can't handle. But we make do. We just have to cook like multiples of everything. One without vegetables for Raven. One with no spice for Kate and Mom. And then I get everything.
I had a soup from a Greek restaurant one time that was like lemon orzo? Soup, and it had orzo.
Hell yeah.
It was very lemony, but it was good. I really liked it.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that was a good soup.
I like a dumpling soup or like a wonton soup. You know what I've never tried because the name grosses me out? Egg drop soup.
I wouldn't have that either.
And that's just a personal thing. Number one, I'm not a huge egg person. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
I'll eat eggs for breakfast, of course, but I always have to mask them with either texture and flavor.
Yeah.
I can't just eat like scrambled eggs by themselves. Or like a hard-boiled egg. Blech. Yeah. Get out of my fucking face with that
Disgusting.
Shit. Although, in another universe, I kind of wish I liked deviled eggs.
Yeah, I mean, they're a popular party food.
I think they're fucking vile.
I
they
do
smell like absolute fucking eggs.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Go figure. They smell like eggs, and it's gross.
Yeah.
But I see so many things on TikTok, and I'm always like, hello, algorithm. What makes you think I like this shit? Swipe. But it's like
a lot of deviled egg content.
You do a deviled egg with a pickle and hot sauce, and I'm like, what is this?
Gross.
Yeah.
Have you had matzo ball soup?
I have had matzo ball soup once, yeah. I tried to make it myself one time, and my matzo ball was trash.
I tried to make falafel one time, and my falafel was trash.
Oh, falafel is so good.
Yeah.
I love falafel. That's not a soup, but oh, man, it is a ball shape.
But I remember trying to make it, and it was just absolutely terrible.
I'm so sorry for you. You've had falafel, though, like, at a place?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, that would make me so sad if that was your introduction to falafel, and you were like, yeah, I can't eat falafel anymore.
No, my introduction to falafel was at a Middle Eastern restaurant in Paris.
Oh.
When I was 14, we went to Paris, and I was a vegetarian at the time.
Falafel's the way to go.
We stopped. It was a vegan Middle Eastern falafel place.
Yeah.
And it was like on the street, and it came in like a green paper cone stuffed with falafel.
Yeah.
And I think there was a pita involved, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was delicious.
Good.
I saved pretty much nothing from that Paris trip, but I do have that falafel wrapper.
And also that
yeah,
owl.
This is also.
That you got me. And when I look at that, I think French.
Yeah.
But I've always owls are my favorite animal, so.
Yes.
Do
you have the tiny owl I got you? Or did you lose it?
It's still downstairs.
Okay.
It's on my desk. My work desk. Okay. What is your third?
Pumpkin coffee.
Ooh.
I've been having some trouble with coffee lately, which is a real shame.
Yeah.
Ever since I had the flu, I drink, like, the thought of coffee, like, makes my stomach turn, and I drink, like, 2 sips, and I put it down, and I can't drink it.
Oh, no.
Which is really tragic.
I know, yeah, you're a coffee drinker.
I know, I love coffee so much. But
that stinks.
If you put that aside, I do look forward to seasonal coffees so much.
I know you do.
I love seasonal coffees. Fall, I'm all about pumpkin coffee. The second Dunkin' releases it, I'm drinking pumpkin coffee. It's so good. I love all seasonal coffees. I love the fall, I'm all Dunkin' because I like their pumpkin coffee. I prefer their hot coffee to Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
But wintertime, I transition to Starbucks because Dunkin' doesn't have the winter flavors that I'm looking for. When it's wintertime, I want eggnog and gingerbread.
Yeah.
And Starbucks has eggnog and gingerbread, which is what I need in a hot coffee. So I go to Starbucks.
Yes.
But then and then when the spring comes around, I go back to Dunkin' because they have butter pecan.
Butter pecan is good.
Which is easily my favorite flavor ever of coffee.
Very good, yeah.
It's so good. So I love seasonal coffee. One of my favorite things about fall, pumpkin coffee. So delicious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. See, for me, I think ever since I started drinking black coffee, it has changed my, like, palate when it comes to seasonal coffees and stuff like that. Specifically, I'm talking about, like, the coffees that you would get, like a pumpkin spice latte.
Right.
Like, it's too sweet. I'm drinking black coffee. So, like, I could drink, like, a pumpkin coffee blend that's just black coffee that has a pumpkin flavor to it. Like, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Sorry if you guys can hear Josie barking downstairs. But, she's protecting the house, though, so we appreciate everything she does for us. But, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do them in big quantities. Okay. Which is why I do like the idea of a tall coffee, which is so small.
Yeah.
I do kind of hate that Starbucks was like, we're going to change the names of sizes. Like, we're going to totally fuck that shit up.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I mean, it gets talked about a lot. Like, everyone makes fun of Starbucks for how it's tall and grande, which is like, okay, you snuck some Spanish in there, which is bold of you.
Is it also Italian? Is grande Italian also?
I don't think so. Venti is Italian for 20, and it's the only one that makes sense. Even though
what is Trenta? Is that Italian?
That's Italian also for 30.
It makes me feel like grande might have an Italian translation.
Bing it.
I can't do that.
Ask Jeeves.
Oh my god, remember that? Remember Cha-Cha?
I think so.
It was like
but barely.
A lady online, and you would ask her questions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I absolutely do now. Holy shit. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Number 4. Halloween. Number 4 for me, Halloween.
Yep.
I love it.
Also your birthday. And
honestly, that has zero bearing. Me personally, I know a lot of people who are big birthday people.
Me. I love my birthday.
It's like your birthday month, your birthday week, birthday weekend, all of that shit. And I respect it. I just don't share that. You know what I mean? I'm not a big birthday person. I don't love the attention being put on me a ton like that. Like, my biggest nightmare is like being sung to in a restaurant. Absolutely not. I hate that. I don't even like people singing happy birthday to me if it's like friends and family in my house. I don't like that.
I love it. I love it so much. I do. I love it. I don't love all the attention on me, like if I'm on a stage giving a speech. But if I'm sitting down at a table and everyone is there to celebrate me and the waiters are singing to me and it's all for me, I love it.
For me?
I love it.
Yeah. No, I hate that. So yeah, it being my birthday. So my birthday, is on October 31st. Mom always likes to tell me that when I was in the hospital in like the NICU unit kind of thing. Actually, I don't know if I was actually NICU. I think is
premature babies.
Yeah. Totally different. The
baby unit.
5 feet apart is in my brain.
I
know. But yeah. All right, we are ghosts. Sorry. So all the babies, like, you know how they gender the fuck out of it. So all the girl babies wear pink, all the boy babies wear blue. But I was wearing orange.
Because you were born in Halloween?
Because I was a little pumpkin baby.
Look at that.
Little pumpkin baby. And I love that. I think that's really cute. It is fun having my birthday on a holiday. I do like it. And it's not like Christmas or something.
Yeah.
That would suck, I feel like.
Christmas would suck.
Christmas would suck. But whatever. I'm totally fine with it. I like it. It's fun that it's on a holiday. I feel like it's Halloween easier for friends and family to remember it because it's on a holiday. But it has no bearing onto why I chose Halloween. I chose Halloween because I love it. I hate scary movies and I hate scary things, but god damn it, do I love Halloween.
Yeah.
I love man, I'm still sad that we never got to watch Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
I know.
God, I love Wallace and Gromit. I love them so much. I love claymation to begin with as an art form.
I didn't watch It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, which every year I don't watch it, I get bummed out.
Yeah, we dropped the ball on Halloween movies, if you will.
I didn't even watch Hocus Pocus. Where's the second one?
Yeah, neither did I this year.
I know, I failed miserably.
Do you like Halloween Town?
I never saw it. Which
I don't think I have either.
Tony is going to hate us for that, but it was a Disney Channel thing, right?
Yeah, it was a Disney Channel movie.
I've maybe seen like 1 or 2 Disney Channel movies. I never watched Disney Channel movies. I only watched Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So anything that originated on Disney Channel, I never got into. So Halloween Town, I've never seen any of them. I get the gist, kind of. I know Tony loves them, and I know a lot of people love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just never watched them.
Yeah.
They seem like they have that cute, cozy vibe like Hocus Pocus, but...
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, it looks cute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I watched it now if I would give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm. It's like if you've never watched Hocus Pocus and you were to watch it now in like your late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the nostalgia factor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'd kind of be like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of plot holes and like some weird things and like some weird obsession with virgins.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I guess like, I love the idea of dressing up and costumes and stuff like that. I think that's a lot of fun. I follow a lot of people on different forms of social media, like who do cosplay. Yeah. And I know that that's not necessarily like a Halloween thing, of course, but it takes like the essence of Halloween and it expands it year round.
Yeah.
And it makes it into more of a profession. Mm-hmm. And it has like an air of artistry to it that I find absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It is so cool to see, especially when people make their own stuff.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff, I mean, if you're buying costumes, it's kind of like whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But when people are fully making their entire outfits and the weapons and they're looking like these characters, naturally, there's the Venn diagram of pop culture things that I know and pop culture things that cosplayers hit.
Yeah.
It doesn't overlap a ton because there's so many where it like I'll see a costume or whatever and I'll be like, wow, I have no clue who you are, but like props to you.
Did you see, I saw a TikTok of someone at a Comic-Con and it's definitely from an anime. I don't know what it's called, but
yeah.
And I cannot understand the practicality of this cosplay, but she's in this like it looks like a black leather like badass woman costume and she's holding a leash and attached to the leash are 3 men who are crawling and each of them has a chainsaw head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a helmet with a chainsaw coming out like a unicorn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's like I think it's a newer anime has recently come out, and people who are familiar with this will rip me apart because I'm kind of extrapolating here.
It's fine.
I think it's called Chainsaw Head or Mr. Chainsaw or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that is one character.
Yeah,
this person seems to have taken a different female character. I would have to see them, and maybe I would know what they're from.
Yeah.
And then they're just playing on it with like this weird BDSM vibe. And I say weird because, not because BDSM is weird with consent and everything is cool, but just like an interesting play on things, which is one of the things I love about cosplay is when people twist things.
Were they walking like that the whole con?
Oh,
they couldn't have been, right?
Probably
those
not.
Those people who were crawling had to get up at some point.
At some point,
and take the thing off their head.
I imagine. You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping they just made a couple videos and then they were able to.
Yeah, probably a couple photo shoots kind of thing. Yeah, probably.
Crazy.
All right, that's my number 4, Halloween. The last thing I'll say so quickly is I actually, on Netflix, I really, really, really want to see that claymation that's made from the person who did Coraline, but it's also Jordan Peele. Oh, yeah, it's on there. I know it is. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm saying it out loud to put it into the universe. Mm-hmm. I really, really, really want to see that. Mm-hmm. Where the main character is like a young black girl who's kind of like punk. Yeah. I fucking love the vibes of it without even seeing it. I just think it looks cool. Yeah. And it's got a killer cast in terms of voice actors. Yeah. What on the list? It's on my list. Number 4.
Gilmore Girls reruns.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Gilmore Girls can be watched all year round. And there are some episodes I bring out for, like, summertime. Like, the first episode of season 3 is called The Lazy, Hazy, Crazy Days of Summer. Mm-hmm. So, like, and it takes place in, like, a summer festival that's going on. So there
is that the one with the punch?
No.
Oh, damn it.
That's, like, season 5 or 6, where they all drink the punch and get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's a good episode, too. But it's mostly a fall show.
No. So, when you said Gilmore Girls reruns,
yeah,
got it.
Yeah,
totally understood.
It's fall vibes.
Who's watched it,
yeah,
I've watched the whole show through start to finish at least twice. Where I wasn't jumping episodes. I watched it all the way through at least twice.
Yeah,
I love that show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I love that show.
It falls off for me in season 5.
Yeah, when the writer changes.
But it really falls off when Rory cuts her hair.
Oh.
When she gets her hair cut, that's when the plot kind of dissolves for me. But putting that aside, it is such a fall show. It gives me the most cozy vibes.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls reminds me a lot of when I moved away to college my freshman year, when I moved to Oswego.
Oh, I can see that.
And I was really homesick, and I would put Gilmore Girls on all the time in the background because it was, like, so homey. And the theme song is like, if you're out on the road, feeling lonely and so cold. And it was like, I felt that in my soul.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Wow.
So that gives me big fall energy. Whenever fall comes around and I watch a couple cozy Gilmore Girls episodes, it's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's my number 4.
You know what's crazy, too, is that the actress Alexis Bledel is, isn't she, like, half Spanish?
Yes, her first language is Spanish.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, her
saw
parents.
Her do an interview, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Her parents are like South American. They're like Ecuadorian and something else or something that you would never expect just by looking at her.
She's so white.
Yeah,
and she has like crystal blue eyes.
Yeah,
but amazing.
I know.
Now,
she's full of surprises. Okay, your last one.
My number 5. Fucking dogs, and Janine is here, and she's so fucking loud. Ugh. Anyway, my number 5. Little to zero bugs.
Yeah, that's a good one. The bugs start to vanish.
I hate bugs, gang. Mm-hmm. I've said it before on an earlier episode. I can't remember where. Things we hate. It was when you were talking about Sal and Chris doing Sal's list of things that he hates. Yeah. The common cold on a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And you asked me what would be on my list. Bugs are always going to be on my list.
Yeah.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
I hate them so much. Yeah, I can't stand bugs.
It is so nice to sit outside and not be swarmed by bees and
flies and wasps and dude, even like there are bugs that like they're not on my radar as like, oh, this is terrifying to me, or like I feel the need to like swat at it or hurt it or kill it or something like that. But I still hate them.
Yeah.
Case in point, moths.
Yeah.
Fuck moths. Fuck butterflies even. I'll go that far.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
Why you gotta fly right next to me?
Yeah, just don't be near me.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the TikTok of the guy who... it's just a guy holding a knife, and he walks up and goes, "Hey, what are you guys eating? What are you guys eating at this picnic? Don't panic. What's up? What are you guys eating?" And the caption was just like, bees.
Yeah. Don't panic. Yeah.
Hey, everything's gonna be fine. What are you eating?
Yeah. That's what it's like.
It really is. It's like, in my head, all I can think about is the irrational part of it, of like, that bee wants to hurt me.
Yeah.
And then there's all those bozos out there who are like, they won't bother you if you don't bother them. Shut your mouth, Jared.
Yeah.
I don't care about the statistics.
Yeah.
God.
And that's a lie, because some bugs can come out of nowhere. Like, I got stung on my foot by a wasp at my house in Florida, and and I was just walking.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see them. I wasn't trying to bother them. They just came out and stung me on my foot.
Oh my God, I hate bugs so much, especially bugs that sting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's another reason I hate summer.
Yeah.
Like, of bugs. All, the two reasons I hate summer is
heat and bugs.
Heat and bugs.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yep.
Summer would be so much better if it didn't have heat and it didn't have bugs.
I know. In Florida,
it could just be fall year round. I don't understand why we don't all want this.
In May and September, in Florida, there is a swarming of love bugs.
Love bugs.
And it is not something to sneeze at. It is...
No, you don't sneeze at that.
So crazy. Like, oof. I remember times where in the midst of the love bug swarming, I would look outside my window and it would be like a thick wall of bugs just everywhere.
My God, dude.
Like, you didn't even want to go outside because you knew they were going to be on you.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It was disgusting.
Oh, that really freaks me out because in my head, the first thing you think of is, oh, I'm going to put my hood up. But then all I can think about is the cracks in between my face and the hood, and now they're behind me. They're on my fucking neck.
Yep. Ugh. I was constantly pulling them out of my hair.
Oh, God.
Like,
Raven.
Yeah, disgusting. Pulling them off Olive, like.
Yeah, that's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, dude. So bad.
When I first went to college,
in
Maryland, there was this thing that people talked about where it was like, Andrew, my roommate, shout out Andrew in the Philippines. What's up, dog? How you doing, man? Hope you and your family are doing well. But he told me about how in Maryland they would have these cicada swarms.
Disgusting.
Where they plant their eggs in under the ground, and then ever so often they come out and it's just swarms and swarms of cicadas, and
so gross.
They're everywhere and they're so loud and all this different stuff. And I was like, oh, so I need to drop out.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to drop out. Like, I can't go here. I can't go to school here. This is crazy.
No, if I'll
go to school online. I'm going to go to Phoenix University.
If I'm encountered by one cicada, that's it.
Absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
That's so
And
gross.
then you hear the rumor. I don't know. Rumors might not be the right word, but like you hear the things of like, oh, so there's this type of cicada and they hibernate for 7 years.
Yeah.
And they're under the ground, and every 7 years, swarms and plagues of fucking cicadas. And then there's this other kind of cicada where it's every 30 years. And this year coming up, they have commingled, and it's the 7-year mark and the 30-year mark on the same year. And now we're going to get double swarms of go to hell bugs. All bugs.
Yeah, I would just quit my job and sit in my house until it was over.
Yeah. What the hell is this?
It's terrible.
There needs to be more scientific studies on how important bugs actually are to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Specific types of bugs. I understand, like bees and pollinators, like no shit.
Yeah.
But cicadas?
I know.
Mosquitoes?
Do we need them?
Do we need them?
Mosquitoes, I feel like we definitely don't need.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do we need mosquitoes? Can we not just eradicate mosquitoes?
I know, we should.
Gosh. Anyway, that's my number 5.
Okay, it's good.
That one really hits close to home for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. My number 5? Pie.
Ooh. Okay.
Pie is easily my favorite dessert. Out of like cookies, cake, ice cream, brownies, whatever.
Okay.
I'm pie.
Wow.
I'm team pie. Pie is also another thing. It can be year round, just like Gilmore Girls.
True.
But the vibes are fall.
Yeah.
Like when it's October, November, you're like, I just want a fucking Dutch apple pie with some Cool Whip.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip. I want some pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Heat up a little blueberry pie.
Pecan pie.
Yeah, shoe fly pie. I don't even know what that is.
I mean, hey, in the name it's telling a fly to get the fuck out of here, so I'm for it.
I love pie.
Grasshopper mint pie?
Yeah. Coconut custard?
That's a thing. Yeah, key lime pie.
Lemon meringue?
Actually, key lime pie is
summery.
An exception. Yeah, I was just going to say that. I do like a key lime pie.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and thinking key lime pie was crazy.
I like key lime pie.
I like it now.
I like the tartness.
Yeah, no, I like it now.
Yeah.
But there was a time, because Dad likes key lime pie.
Thing. Oh, okay.
And as a kid, I just remember being like, what? Gross. But now I like it.
I love, and it.
Love a lemon meringue kind of thing.
I would love to be one of those people whose favorite pie was like strawberry rhubarb or like something a
little fancy,
unique and fancy and crazy. But my favorite pie of all time is apple pie.
Hey, that's fine.
I can eat apple cinnamon is like one of my favorite flavor profiles ever. I can eat a whole apple pie like to myself over the course of like 2 days.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I love the goo that the apples are in, the sweet cinnamon buttery crust. Like I eat it for breakfast with coffee, for dessert. Like
yeah,
I love it.
Do you do it sometimes hot with a la mode?
Yeah, vanilla? Heck yeah. So good.
Here's my beef.
You don't like cooked fruit?
I don't love fruit to begin with. I don't like cooked apple. So I'll eat an apple fucking Johnny Appleseed style.
Yeah.
But in a pie mushy, no thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
But
mommy's like that too.
I respect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why the one time we went to Delicious Orchards, which is number 8 on my list, just in case. I put down I tried to.
You wanted a blueberry pie?
I've got a blueberry pie. I picked it out. It had the sign and everything. Blueberry pie. Like an idiot, didn't read the fucking actual little box where it said strawberry rhubarb, and no one ate it. Ugh.
I had some of it.
You did?
It just rhubarb is too sour.
Oh yeah.
Like you think it'll get saved for the strawberries, and the strawberry pieces are sweet and delicious, but the rhubarb is just way too tart, where I didn't enjoy it.
Interesting. Yeah. So. Yeah, I would refuse to even try it because I'm not a big strawberry person at all. And by not at all, I mean like literally if it's not like strawberry milk with like the most artificial strawberry in the universe.
Yeah.
Or strawberry milkshakes, that kind of thing. I don't fucking want it.
There is a pill at the pharmacy. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. It's like carbamazepine or something like that. It smells like strawberry milk. Oh, it smells so strongly of strawberry milk.
Crush strawberry milk with the Nesquik strawberry syrup.
It smells so good.
Ooh, maybe I could go for a glass of that right now. Yeah. I do have an interesting little sidebar.
Okay.
You eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Yes, I love them.
If you had to pick strawberry jelly or grape jelly?
Grape.
Fuck yes.
I do like strawberry jelly. I do like it, but I'm gonna pick grape every time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not an idiot. No offense to people who We had a big argument last night on during our game. Only me and Goose in the group like grape jelly over strawberry jelly.
Interesting.
Yeah. Everyone else was like, you're crazy. Like, you gotta do strawberry. And I was like, absolutely not.
Grape and peanut butter is just such a classic combination. When they mix together on your tongue, you're like, God.
Yeah.
I'm in 3rd grade again in the cafeteria. This is so good.
Yeah. I can't do strawberry. I don't like, to be fair, I don't like strawberry.
Yeah.
So.
I do. I like strawberries. I like strawberry jelly. It's not
even like one is better than the other by a little bit. And I like them both. No, I dislike one. Yeah. And I love the other.
Do you like Nutella?
I love Nutella.
Do you like marshmallow fluff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't dislike it.
Do you like almond butter?
I love almond butter.
I hate almond butter.
Oh, I love
One time I got almond butter on accident. It was Justin's. Oh, wow. You know Justin's brand?
I'm very familiar with Justin's brand of
and
almond butter.
I tasted what I thought was peanut butter, and it was almond butter, and I was like,
you poor fool.
This is so disgusting.
Oh, God. Here's where you made the mistake. Justin's almond butter has a vanilla flavored one.
Yeah.
Ooh, so good.
Oh. Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
I've never had that, but I don't like almond butter, so I'd be
yeah.
very unwilling to try it.
Wow.
But love peanut butter, love fluff. I love marshmallows. I have such a deep-rooted love for marshmallows. And I love grape jelly.
Yeah, I'm a marshmallow person in the sense of I want it to be roasted.
Yeah.
I want it to be cooked. But anyway, let's move on. So here is our final tally right here in this area of my bedroom wall. where I'm going to put the lists. Sure.
Yeah.
And let's move on right away because we're at an hour and 5. Let's move on to Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
Now, these are foods that you would have at Thanksgiving, but you can get a little creative with it. We'll see what's up.
Okay.
Or that are associated with Thanksgiving, I should say.
Right.
I don't know. And we're going to roll our dice again, see who goes first. This is going to be really important because there's only so many foods.
9.
5. Damn it.
Okay.
All right, you're up first. What's your number 1 Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing.
Yep, let me erase that one from my list. I kind of knew that was going to happen.
I love stuffing so much. I love Stovetop, the brand, but you also have made a homemade stuffing once or twice before, and I find that to be extremely delicious.
Thank you.
I love covering my stuffing with like the juice from the turkey and it just being like soggy and delicious.
Yeah.
And
stuffing
it's just
is
so
awesome.
good. I love stuffing.
Stuffing is so fucking good.
It's a beautiful side dish.
Yeah, I really want to explore stuffing. It always fucks with me. I forget that stuffing even exists sometimes. Except if I'm doing either Thanksgiving or like a roast chicken.
Yeah.
Or some kind of big roast bird.
Yeah.
And then I forget that it exists. Sometimes it's last minute, so I do the stovetop. And there's so many different iterations of stuffing. Not even just like, obviously there's different stovetop flavors or whatever. They have the cornbread one, turkey, this, whatever. Fuck that. I'm talking about like, I've seen stuffing that has chestnuts and sausage and sage in it. I've seen, the cornbread ones. I've seen all these different kinds, and it's like, God dang it, man.
Yeah.
Why am I only thinking about this right around Thanksgiving? And now I have to decide, shit, what am I doing for Thanksgiving? Am I going to do a box of stovetop just in case? And then I'm going to try this new recipe? Because man, the last thing I want to do is add more stress to me cooking Thanksgiving.
Right.
So the last thing I want to do is try a new recipe.
Yeah.
Because me, like, I get so hard on myself when I'm cooking and I'm like eating my own food. I'm my harshest critic. Everyone in the house could be like, it's great. And I'm like, yeah, I should have done this. Mom's the same way though.
Yeah, she is.
Mom will cook things and she's like, burnt it.
Yeah.
Burnt it. Sucks. And I'm like, Mom, it's fine. It's good. She's like, no. Sucks.
I know. She
all
is
right,
like
Mom.
that.
Jeez. It's fine.
She's always like, if you want to just throw away your whole plate into the garbage, it's fine. I understand.
If you just want to put me in a nursing home now, 52, but I'll go. You're like, what?
It's fine.
If you just want to shoot me like a horse with a broken leg, I get it. And you're like, Mom, Jesus Christ, you're dark. That's so funny. Okay. My number 1, I'm going to be honest with you. It's because of how strongly I associate it with Thanksgiving. Turkey.
Yeah.
I picked turkey as my number 1. And here's the thing. Not everybody loves turkey. I know a lot of people who do ham. Y'all are some fascists.
I don't
That's
like ham.
Crazy.
Yeah, I really don't like ham.
You keep your family away from my family. That's how strongly I feel about that. Get out of town with that. I do not like ham that way.
No, I don't like ham at all.
Yeah, if it's not in the middle of a Cuban sandwich, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's just me though. But or like a cordon bleu, like a chicken cordon bleu. I'll crush that. But anyway, no, like a big roast leg of ham or whatever the fuck the cut is. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, turkey. I love turkey. It's not for everybody. Some people don't like it. Some people actually, maybe the size of your family or whatever, you want to do a chicken instead. I respect and I understand that. I've done that in some years. The one Thanksgiving, it was just me and Mom.
Yeah.
So we just did a chicken. That genuinely made sense.
Yeah.
Mom is also like, she's not huge on turkey.
Yeah.
I find that to be crazy.
Yeah. Mommy likes ham.
She does like ham. She's crazy.
Yeah, she is crazy.
She was living with Gary for too long.
I know.
Warped. But anyway, I love turkey. I think sometimes people just they're not cooking it the right way. Their parts are drying out while other parts are maybe undercooked and stuff like that. I will
say dry turkey is a real tragedy.
It really is.
Because you know how good turkey can be, and then you eat it and it's dry and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It ruins that.
Yeah.
No, not for me.
Yeah, but if you have a moist turkey,
I get that moist turkey.
Amazing.
I've mastered my turkey cooking recipe.
Yeah.
I know what's what. I know exactly how I do it.
Yeah.
I've tried little tiny things. Like sometimes you roast it for like the first like hour or two.
Yeah.
Upside down from how you would normally do it. So the breast is upside down, is on the bottom. And that way it has to do with the way the fat flows and stuff like that. And fucking, gravity. And then you flip it back over.
Yeah.
But really, it just comes down to basting the shit out of it and just making sure that you're doing everything right, putting the tinfoil on it at the right time, and making sure that everything is good. Then there's also like the whole idea of brining it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it can also be a huge factor.
Yeah,
really comes down to preparation.
Yeah,
if you're unwrapping your turkey out of the vacuum sealed plastic the morning of Thanksgiving, you've already lost.
Yeah,
you've already lost.
Yeah.
Just give up.
I made my own turkey one time.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I was living in Disney housing, when I did the Disney College program in 2015.
Yes.
And the second I was on the phone with mommy and I had to stick my hand inside the turkey to take whatever shit on the inside out.
Yeah, the giblets and the organs and the neck.
said, I'm never doing this again. This was a huge mistake. Nobody told me I had to take this shit out. I thought it wasn't even in there. And it was so disgusting, and I have never made a whole bird since.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm not a cook, not a chef. I don't have the stomach for it.
No.
God bless.
It's honestly better than if you had cooked it with it inside.
Yeah.
And found out later.
Yeah.
How crazy that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
All right. That's our number one. Let's move on to number two.
The potatoes at the bottom of the turkey pan.
Dude, I literally have that. It's not in my top 5.
Uh-huh.
I have that. I wrote potatoes in the turkey juice.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
so fun.
So good. I love when mom does that. She puts potatoes, like cubed potatoes, in all the bottom of the turkey pan. When they come out, they're just like so moist and so just dissolve in your mouth.
Yeah, they're just sitting in
turkey juice
and fat and all the seasonings and everything.
And they're so good.
God. Yeah, they are.
I love them. I always look forward to those.
My mouth is watering. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. Yeah, that's my number 2.
A really good one.
Them.
Okay. My number 2 is a little bit of a sneaky sneak.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the leftover sandwich.
I put that on here. I wrote the after Thanksgiving sandwich.
The after Thanksgiving sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Man, is there something about having 2 pieces of like toast or even just fucking bread, turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy.
Yep.
All on a sandwich.
Yep.
Man, I could crush that. I love that.
It's so good.
Much.
Wawa has that right now. One of their...
The Gobbler?
Well, the Gobbler, I think, has more stuff, but I saw they added another sandwich.
Oh.
And it's just the roll, mashed potatoes, garlic aioli, and turkey with gravy.
Mm.
And I want it.
Oh, we should get it.
I know. It sounds amazing.
Do we have plans for dinner?
I don't know.
All right, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. Yeah, the leftover sandwich. I mean, come on, guys.
Great.
We all know that one of the biggest things, every single household can relate to this. If you have some sort of Thanksgiving, whether it's kind of this white idea of Thanksgiving, or if you're having tamales and whatever, you know what I mean? You're going to have leftovers.
Yeah.
That's just how it is when you make these big ass meals. It's what Thanksgiving to me is I'm not going to sit here and think about pilgrims and that bullshit. I don't fucking care. All I think about is hanging out with the family and having a big ass plate of carbs.
Yeah.
With some vegetables on it.
Yeah.
And that's only because I've recently gotten into vegetables. And I say recently as in like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But man, I just love that fucking leftovers. I love leftovers in general.
The episode of Friends where the guy eats Ross's leftover Thanksgiving sandwich.
Yeah, with the moist maker.
And he's like, I like can see him like standing in the break room in front of the refrigerator like, I'm sorry, you ate my sandwich? And then it cuts to like the skyline of New York and the birds flying away as he goes, "You ate my sandwich!"
Especially because he's like, yeah, and I couldn't finish it all, so
I threw the rest of it away.
That, I would punch that guy in the fucking face.
I know.
It had his name on it.
Yeah.
Like, that is theft.
Yeah.
That is pure fucking theft.
And the same thing that happened to Ross would happen to me. They put him on sabbatical and put him on tranquilizers.
Yeah.
Because I would go crazy.
Oh, God. Excuse me. All right. That's number 2. Number 3. Hold on. I got to write what your number 2 was. All right. Go for it. Number 3.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I fucking nailed it, of course.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of that one, too.
I'm a double potato kind of girl. When Famous Dave's used to be a restaurant by us that we would go to, it was my favorite restaurant. It was so good. The waiters there ended up like knowing me at a certain point. I would always get fries and mashed potatoes as 2 sides, which I know is, to some people, it's a crime. But it's a crime I'm willing to commit because it's so good. So on my plate, I will have mashed potatoes and I will have potatoes from the bottom of the turkey pan.
Of course you will.
I will say my favorite type of mashed potatoes is not necessarily the potatoes we have at Thanksgiving.
Oh, talk to
My
me.
favorite type of mashed potatoes is garlic mashed potatoes with the red skins.
Yeah.
That's my number 1. Garlic mashed potatoes with the red skins.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that for Thanksgiving.
That is my all-time favorite.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I feel like we don't often have that on Thanksgiving. It's normally just like buttermilk mashed potatoes or like plain mashed potatoes or whatever, which is fine. They're still delicious.
Yeah.
But
it all depends on who makes them.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really good at making mashed potatoes because I make sure that it doesn't just... Because, like, sometimes Caitlin will make mashed potatoes and it just tastes like potatoes.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, what happened?
Yeah. Sometimes mashed potatoes just taste like potatoes.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I have to add a lot of salt. I add salt to everything, but that's why I love garlic mashed potatoes.
It's like if you just had a baked potato with nothing on it and just bit into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people's mashed potatoes taste like that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's not good. I think that's like a huge... Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
You had this beautiful blank canvas.
Yeah.
And you did nothing to it.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I've done some cool mashed potatoes. I've done like goat cheese mashed potatoes, which is like not for everybody, and it's not necessarily something I would do for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I do like to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair. But yeah, no, we can. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
My number 3 is something that I didn't always do, but I fucking love it. Green bean casserole, baby.
I just had this talk with Tony. I just can't eat green beans.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're not a green bean gal.
No.
That's okay. It also has cream of mushroom soup.
No.
The only part of it that you might even be able to tolerate is the delicious little fried French onions on top.
Yes.
Those are delicious.
Yes.
I'll eat those out of a little tin. Those are so good. But no, I just love it. It's such an easy fucking thing to make. So it's one of those things that just like I'm going so hard on the turkey and all of the dishes, and I get really neurotic about trying to make sure everything finishes around the same time. That green bean casserole is a godsend because I'm not here to reinvent the wheel when it comes to that. Not on Thanksgiving.
No.
Maybe in the future, but not right now.
Right.
So, bunch of green beans, can of this fucking thing, a little bit of cream or milk or whatever. Mix that up in a casserole dish, cover it in little French onions, done. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you can't ask for any more. Like, it's just so simple that it makes me feel I like it. And I love green beans. It's one of the few vegetables that I really fuck with. So for that reason alone, I have to choose it. But
excuse me. Yeah, it's a popular one.
But that's my number 3.
I love it.
Let's move on to number 4. What's your number 4?
Pie.
Oh, you're going vague.
Yeah. I'm going vague. Because I think any Thanksgiving worth its salt ends in pie.
Worth its salt. Yeah. I can't believe you just did pie, you son of a bitch.
I think this is payback for you doing clothes.
Fair. Fair.
It should end in pie. Normally, I would say pumpkin pie.
Right.
However, ever. The last time I had pumpkin pie, it was a pumpkin pie I bought from Target. And I
let you down.
Hated it.
Oh, no.
I didn't like it at all. And I was so upset because in my mind, pumpkin pie is like this sweet, delicious thing that tastes like pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
And it was so bland. Like, it might have well been a custard pie. Like, it was just so nothing. And I was like, this is horrible. And now my image of pumpkin pie is so tainted by that one pie.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to have a fantastic pumpkin pie in order for pumpkin pie to reign supreme on Thanksgiving.
1,000,000%.
At this point in time, it is apple pie that will reign supreme.
Yes.
Probably a Dutch apple pie.
What makes it a Dutch apple pie?
The crumblies on the top.
Oh, okay.
If it has the crumblies.
I know, yeah.
Then it's a Dutch apple pie. And I hope that we will get pies from Delicious Orchards for Thanksgiving.
Go. Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we have to get
1,000,000%.
An actual blueberry pie.
I really want to try one.
Yeah. I had one in my cart today at ShopRite, and I put it back because I said, you're the only one that's going to eat that.
You wouldn't eat a blueberry pie?
No. I said that to myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try
Kate
one.
Said that blueberry pie is her favorite pie.
Oh, motherfucker.
So,
Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my number 4. Pie. Made it on both lists. I fucking love pie.
Okay, so Raven picked pie, all of pie, which really makes me sad. Oh, man. It's not my number 4. To be fair, my number 4 was mashed potatoes. You already picked those. My number 5 was stuffing. You already picked that. So I have to move on to my number 6 for my number 4. Carrots.
Okay.
I don't like many vegetables. Okay?
Yeah.
So the vegetables that I do actually like, not just tolerate, I genuinely enjoy eating. I have to go hamsies on them.
Yeah.
It makes me feel healthy. I get that little kick of being like, look at me eating my vegetables. Like, so I revel in it.
Yeah.
I've found so many fun ways to cook carrots. I also will often put carrots, because like little baby carrots, I will put them in the turkey juices when the turkey is cooking. So they are, if you like carrots, I implore you to try that. Put them at the bottom of the pan around the turkey with the little potato cubes, or even those little tiny potatoes. Try that out. It is so fucking good. But also, I've done roasted carrots in so many different ways.
Yeah.
My favorite way right now is brown butter, honey, thyme.
Okay.
So you just put butter into a pan, you cook it really low and slow until it kind of like almost turns brown. And it happens like in the flat, like it goes from like that yellowish color to like a light brown to a dark brown to burnt. So like the switching point.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get there, but once it does, it can go burnt so fast. You have to be really careful. But once you get the brown butter, throw the carrots in.
Yeah.
Then you do a little bit of honey and some thyme. And you can do garlic and black pepper and stuff like that also. But I fucking just love that flavor combination. But carrots. And then my number 7, and I'm just saying this because you picked them already.
Okay.
My number 7 was specifically pecan pie. I remember the first time I tried pecan pie. It was at a Cracker Barrel. I love pecan pie. I love it so goddamn much.
Yeah.
I love getting those little, you know, sometimes they do the little mini pies.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
I love them so much. And then my number 8 was potatoes in the turkey juice.
Yep.
But maybe I'll use my number 9 or my number 10. Thank God I made a list of 10 things, because we'll see if you pick it for number 5.
My number 5 is actually a drink.
Oh.
I went rogue.
Then we're good.
Yeah.
Is it mulled wine?
No. I actually don't like mulled wine.
Neither do I.
I'm a wine lover.
Yeah.
Some might even say a wino. But I do not like drinking spiced anything. I've tried mulled wine.
I also don't like warm.
I don't like warm alcohol.
Yeah, like I want to like hot toddies so badly.
I know. I don't like them either.
I can't fucking do it. I'll force myself to drink one.
Yeah.
Like I'm not force myself like I'm
right.
Like putting myself through pain or something.
Right.
But like if for some reason I'm at somebody's house and it's kind of chilly and they're like, "Oh, I made hot toddies." I'll drink it.
Right.
But like I don't enjoy it.
No.
I would never go out of my way for one.
No.
But all right, what is your number 5? It's a beverage.
Apple cider.
Oh, that's a really good one. I honestly didn't even consider that.
I love also at Cracker Barrel when they give you the frosty glass of apple cider.
Yeah, the mug.
Yes. So good. Like to me there's like the ultimate Thanksgiving joy would be like sitting down with full plate of food and a freezing cold glass of apple cider.
Hell yeah. I used to not like apple cider. I always loved apple juice.
Yeah.
There was a time in my life when I wasn't a big apple cider fan.
Yeah.
And something changed. I think it was you liked it so much that there would just always be like a carton of it or whatever, a jug of it in our fridge.
Apple cider is also tough for me because if it's like really like fresh homemade apple cider, there's bits at the bottom.
Oh no.
So I drink the glass up until the very bottom when I can start to see the bits, and then I have to toss that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's worth it to drink it.
Yeah,
it's
for
so
sure.
Good. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my number 5.
There you go. My number 5, which is technically my number 9, is crescent rolls.
Yep.
Pillsbury crescent rolls.
All-time classic.
All-time classic. They are similar. It's like a bastardized version of croissants.
Yeah.
Croissants. Like, they're very flaky. They clearly use some sort of laminated dough where it has like the butter in between and flakes and all the layers and everything like that. But it is by no means a croissant.
No.
Which is why I make it
buttery,
a very real thing of calling them crescent rolls. Because you get them, they're little triangles, and you roll them up into a little crescent.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking delicious.
Dipped in that turkey juice.
Oh, dude.
Forget about it.
Or gravy.
Yeah.
Make a little fucking turkey and stuff. All this stuff.
Yep. So good.
Manja. So good.
Yeah.
I love them. They're so good.
Yeah, they're the perfect.
They go by so fast.
Oh yeah.
Like they just.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's picking up because you're starting with 2 on your plate.
Yeah, you have to.
And then you're coming back for another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You pass by the kitchen, you're like, let me just grab one on the go.
Yeah.
As I walk to the bathroom to expel my bowels, let me grab another one.
Yep.
They're so good.
No, they're amazing.
Did you have anything else on the list that didn't make the cut?
No. I couldn't think of anything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky you then.
Yeah, I'm glad.
My only other one was gravy.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I literally started just thinking, what else is at Thanksgiving?
I know.
Like, gravy's a thing. Yeah. I do like having gravy.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I was starting to sweat a little bit. You kept picking my shit.
I had to.
Hey,
Survival.
I respect it. Something that didn't make either of our lists that a lot of people associate with Thanksgiving is cranberry sauce.
We never have it.
I don't think we've ever even tried it.
I won't. I've had a cranberry, and I've had cranberry. I have a video of me trying. My friend Teresa, God bless. I don't know if you listen to this. I love you. But one time she made a cranberry like cake or a cranberry pie when we were working at Disney, and she brought it in. And there's a video of me trying it after she left the room, and it was so sour.
Cranberries are notoriously tart.
It was so sour that I took one bite and was like, and it's yeah, it was so sour.
Well, there we go.
But, yeah.
Well.
Also, are we making a video of Thanksgiving this year?
Should we try?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, like a cooking video? Like a how-to?
Or just like a fun, like, documentary style. This is our Thanksgiving. Like how we used to.
Yeah, we could try.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, we might do that.
We might do that. That'll be a YouTube exclusive though, so don't expect that to be in podcast form. So you'll have to go over to our YouTube, Hessy and Maven. We also have a TikTok, Hessy and Maven. We also have an Instagram, Hessy and Maven. We have an email, hessyandmaven@gmail.com. We're keeping things streamlined, folks. All right, thanks so much for watching this episode. Or listening to this episode, however you consume our content. Thanks to Die Young for the intro and outro song. Love the non-copyright music that you put out. It's really, really good stuff. And I don't think, well, we'll see you next time where we talk about something else.
Bye.